Now, when it comes to teaching this stuff, right? So now we've covered, like, make sure we're on the same page. This is a very challenging behavior. We've identified and defined exactly what we want to teach our dog to do. Now we can get into the, like, okay, how do we actually do that, right? But we can't do that if we don't have the other stuff on board. Now, I have a 40-40-20 rule, and this is how I understand healing to work, and in order to train a solid healing behavior. So 40% of it, I have my little pie chart there, 40% of healing training isn't even healing training. It's handler skills, okay? And we're going to get to that in a minute. But 40% of teaching your dog to heal is you having the correct skills, your ability to be consistent, use things like rate of reinforcement, have good mechanics. We're going to get into all of this. 40% is actually just having your dog's attention in public. So 40% of healing training is focus training, so that you can actually go into whatever environment you're expecting your dog to heal in and have his attention. One of the top mistakes I see new trainers make, and we were all new once, okay, and I still fall into this trap sometimes. I don't want anybody to feel singled out or bad, okay? I still occasionally find myself doing this. We can't train a dog who isn't paying attention. So a lot of times I will have a handler come to me and the problem is healing. And when I watch the dog work, the problem has nothing to do with healing. The problem has to do with focus in fill-in-the-blank environment or around fill-in-the-blank distraction, okay? That's the problem. If I don't have my dog's attention around other dogs or around people or in Walmart or whatever the challenge is, if I don't have his attention, I can't teach him to heal, okay? So we're at 80% of my little pie chart here, and we haven't even talked about healing. We're only at handler skills and focus. I have found that only 20% of this is actual healing training. So only 20% of teaching your dog to heal is actually teaching your dog to heal. 80% of it is making sure you have the correct skills, that you have the focus that you need, those types of things. And then we get into the last 20%. So healing training is teaching all those skills we talked about earlier, okay? It's teaching your dog where to walk and how to adjust his speed and how to be able to, heal and look around his environment. All of those behaviors and skills that we talked about earlier. We are going to get into this later in the workshop, okay? 40% is focus, like we said. So your dog's ability to focus on you around distractions and his ability to perform other behaviors in the presence of a distraction. We are also going to start talking about this in later workshop videos. So we're going to get into this, the 20% healing training, and we're going to get into the 40% focus training in this workshop. This is a video example of Leo, and I'm going to turn the volume down a little, when he was not even a year old. Now, obviously, this dog is not healing, okay? This is not an example of what healing, in quotes, looks like. However, I have his undivided attention. And you can see how much is going on in this clip. We have a very busy road, we have construction going on in the background, and we're in the mall parking lot, so there are people going past us off camera. I have his undivided attention. He's not pulling on the leash. He turns when I turn. He's not smelling things he shouldn't be. He's not afraid of those trucks or trying to go investigate them. This dog had, at this point, 0 healing training, like almost none. He had done 1 healing exercise in my living room, which I will be showing later in the workshop. He had never healed in this environment before. Healing, we were very far behind in his training. Healing wasn't a thing he knew how to do. And yet here you can see that teaching him to heal would be a snap. Because I have, in this video, 80% of my healing training. I have my 40%, which is my skills, and I have his focus, which is 40%. So even though, I'm not using this as an example of healing. Even though this dog does not know how to heal, 80% of his healing is here. He's paying attention, he's staying close, he's turning when I'm turning, he's adjusting his speed to me. Now, yes, he's doing some jumping. He was very young. He was much younger in this video than he looks. But this is huge as far as our healing training is concerned.